the Warrior DPS class appears to be the most popular, with a count of 172,180, which translates to 13.3% of the total. Its DPS ranks highest at first place, with a DPS of 1,369. Comparatively, the Rogue DPS class, with a count of 149,308, or 11.6% of the total, ranks second in DPS, with a score of 1,282. The Mage Fire class follows with a count of 131,751, or 10.2% of the total, but its DPS ranks 9th at 993. On the other hand, the Druid class presents an interesting comparison. The Druid Feral Spec, with a count of 97,739 or 7.6% of the total, ranks 7th in DPS, with a score of 1,110. The Druid Balance Spec, with a count of 82,318 or 6.4% of the total, ranks 12th in DPS, with a score of 900. The top 3 damaging abilities for the Fury Warrior in the DPS role are Heroic Strike, Melee, and Deep Wound. Heroic Strike leads with a usage of 26.69% and a total DPS of 495.4, followed closely by Melee with a 24.10% usage and total DPS of 447.3. Deep Wound comes in third, with a usage of 22.23% and a total DPS of 412.6. These abilities and debuffs are key to maximizing the Fury Warrior's effectiveness in combat scenarios. The Tempered Interference-Negating Helmet takes the lead as the most popular head slot item, boasting a popularity of 60.7%. Other notable mentions include the Fury Visor and Emerald Dream Helm. As for runes, Taste for Blood dominates with a popularity of 70.5%, while Shield Mastery and Vigilance also make notable appearances. The Gnomeregan Peace Officer's Torque stands out as the most favored item for the next slot, boasting a popularity rate of 88.7%. Other significant items players often opt for include the Bloodstained Charm of Valor and the Woven Ivy Necklace. The most coveted shoulder item is the Shoulder Plates of Dread, boasting a popularity of 71.7%. Other sought-after items for the shoulder slot are the Razor Steel Shoulders and the Spaulders of Fanaticism, each with their own unique benefits and attributes. The Black Veil Cape emerged as the most favored item for the back slot, boasting a popularity of 36.6%. Other notable mentions include the Drape of Dismantling and Panther Fur Cloak. When it comes to enchantments, Lesser Agility takes the lead with a popularity of 80.3%, while Minor Agility and Greater Defense are less commonly used alternatives. The Wailing Berserker's Chestplate leads the pack as the most favored chest item, boasting a popularity of 76.9%. However, players also favor the Insulated Chestguard and Emerald Dream Breastplate. When it comes to runes, Flagellation is the top pick for the chest slot, coming in at a staggering 99.3% popularity, with Warbringer also being a consideration. Lastly, the preferred enchant for the chest is Stats, holding a popularity of 67.7%, while lesser stats and major health are also utilized. The Berserker Bracers reign supreme for the wrist slot, boasting a popularity of 41.4%. Other contenders include Void-powered Slayer's Vambraces and Experimental Aim Stabilizers. When it comes to runes, Wrecking Crew takes the lead with a staggering 97.6% popularity, while Rampage and Sword and Board trail behind. Lastly, the enchant of choice for most players is Greater Strength, used by 66.9% of players, with Strength and Superior Strength being less favored options. The Corruption-laden handguards reign supreme in the gloves slot with a popularity of 23.5%, followed by Vice Grips and Grubba's Grubby Gauntlets. Single-Minded Fury is the most favored rune for gloves, boasting a 44.8% usage rate, with Endless Rage and Devastate as secondary choices. When it comes to enchanting gloves, Strength is the top choice, used by 61.2% of players, while Greater Agility and Minor Haste are also notable options. The most favored belt item is the Hyperconductive Gold Wrap, boasting a popularity of 41.6%. The Power-Assisted Lifting Belt and Defiler's Plate Girdle also make notable appearances. When it comes to runes for the belt, Precise Timing takes the lead with a 53.1% popularity rate, followed by the Blood Surge and Focused Rage runes. The Wailing Berserker's leg plates dominate the leg slot with a 73.3% popularity. Other significant items include Insulated Legguards and Emerald Dream leg plates. The Consumed by Rage rune takes the lead with 58.9% usage, followed by Frenzied Assault and Furious Thunder. For enchants, the thick armor kit is the preferred choice at 9.8%, while the rugged armor kit and lesser arcanum of veracity trail behind. The top choice for the feat slot is the Wailing Berserker's Battle Boots, boasting a popularity of 74.9%. Other favorites include Godslayer's Greaves and Emerald Dream Sabatons. When it comes to runes, players predominantly opt for Rallying Cry, holding a popularity of 49.9%, with Enraged Regeneration and Gladiator Stance trailing behind. Lastly, the preferred enchantment for feat is Agility, chosen by 44.5% of players, followed by Minor Speed and Greater Agility as alternatives. The Blackstone Ring reigns supreme as the most sought-after item for the ring slot, boasting a popularity rate of 90.4%. Other contenders for this slot include the Band of the Wilds and the Legionnaire's Band, each holding their own in the competition. The most favored trinket among players is the Breath of the Beast, boasting a staggering popularity rate of 91.5%. Other significant trinkets that players often opt for include the Diamond Flask and the Rune of the Guard Captain. The top pick for the main hand slot is the Thrash Blade, boasting a popularity of 44.7%. Other contenders include Parasomnia and Chieftain's Bane. When it comes to enchantments, Greater Striking takes the lead with 31.0% popularity, but Greater Impact and Fiery Weapon also make notable appearances. The Legionnaire's Sword reigns supreme as the most popular off-hand item, boasting a popularity of 13.4%. Other notable mentions include the Serpent Striker and the Flurry Axe. When it comes to enchants for the offhand, Greater Striking takes the lead with a popularity of 24.0%, while Strength and Fiery Weapon enchants are also in play, albeit less commonly. The Stinging Longbow dominates the ranged relic slot with a popularity of 25.6%, closely followed by the high-tech Supergun MK.VII and Falco's Sting. As for enchants, the Sniper Scope is the preferred choice, boasting a popularity of 1.6%, while the Standard Scope and Deadly Scope are less common alternatives. In conclusion, the Warrior DPS class has a dominant presence in the Season of Discovery, both in terms of popularity and performance. It significantly outperforms the Druid class and most other classes in DPS, making it a formidable choice for players.